Genesis chapter 22. Chapter 22 speaks about the crucial event. God commands Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. In obedience, Abraham prepares to carry out God's command, but God intervenes at the last moment, providing a ram as a substitute. This intense event marks a pinnacle in Abraham's faith journey. It also prefigures the concept of substitutionary sacrifice, which becomes a crucial theme in Christian theology. Here we not only see Abraham's obedience to God, but we also see Isaac's obedience to his father. He silently goes with his father without questioning. He trusts his father so much. These days, I don't know if we would be like this. We have hundreds of questions to ask our parents, and our children, I don't think they quietly listen. They ask thousands of questions. So here we see Abraham's obedience towards God and Isaac's obedience towards his father highlights this chapter. Genesis chapter 23. We heard about the death of Sarah. Sarah lived to be 127 years old and she died. Actually, she's the only woman. Her death is recorded with the age in the Bible. She lived for so many years and she died. Abraham mourns for his wife and purchases a burial site from the Hittites, securing the cave of Machpelah. This event marks the acquisition of the first piece of the promised land. Sarah's death also signifies the end of an era as the narrative focus gradually shifts towards Isaac and his descendants. Few little points about Sarah for us to know. Sarah is a significant figure in the Bible for few little reasons. First one is matriarch of nations. God changed her name from Sarai, meaning my princess, to Sarah, meaning mother of nations. This name change signified her crucial role in the fulfillment of God's promise to Abraham. Secondly, despite her initial doubts and struggles with faith, Sarah's journey is a testament to trusting in God's plan. She waited until she was almost 90 years old to have her son Isaac, demonstrating immense patience and perseverance. Thirdly, legacy. Sarah is the only woman in the Bible whose name was changed by God. She is also the first woman mentioned in the Faith Hall of Fame. In Hebrews 11, you can read about this. As a nice role model, Sarah's life teaches valuable lessons about faith, obedience, and the importance of trusting in God's timing. Sarah's story is truly a powerful reminder of the impact of faith and the enduring legacy of the mother's love. Chapter 24, Genesis. We heard about Isaac and Rebekah. This chapter unfolds like a divine romance. Abraham sends his servant to find a wife for Isaac from his own people. The servant prays for guidance, and Rebekah appears, fulfilling the conditions of his prayer. Rebekah agrees to leave her family and marry Isaac, underlining her faith and courage. This chapter emphasizes God's providence and the continuation of the covenant through Isaac's marriage. So we completed with Genesis chapter 24 for today. Amen, and we'll move on to the questions. The questions from chapter 22, Genesis, verse 1 to 2. How did God test Abraham's faith and obedience?
After these things, God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, and he said, Here am I. He said, Take your son and your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering upon one of the mountains of which I shall tell you.
Right, it tells his only son to give sacrifice for it, correct. Genesis chapter 22 verse 6. Who carried the wood for the sacrifice of Isaac?
And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son, and he took in his hand the fire and the knife. So they went both of them together. And Isaac said to his father,
That's all. Isaac and Abraham carried the wood for Isaac's sacrifice. Genesis chapter 22 verse 7. What did Isaac ask his father concerning the sacrifice? Others can also participate. Keep the Bible ready, and whoever gets it, please answer. Yeah, go ahead.
And Isaac said to his father, Abraham, my father, and he said, Here am I, my son. He said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering?
Amen. He asked, where is the lamb for the offering? Correct. Genesis 22:11. When the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham, was going to sacrifice his son Isaac. When the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham from heaven, what did Abraham say to him? 22:11.
But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham, and he said, Here am I. He said, Do not lay your hand on the land or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, for me.
Amen. Genesis 22:14. What is the name of the place where Abraham was going to sacrifice his son Isaac? We'll give chance to other children. Anybody else want to answer? You can answer. Genesis 22:14.
Yehovah Ireh. Yehovah Ireh.
Abraham called the name of that place, the Lord will provide, as it is said to this day, on the mount of the Lord it shall be provided. Genesis 24:5. When Abraham told his servant to go to his homeland to find a wife for Isaac, what was the servant's answer?
But the servant asked, What if the girl will not leave home to come with me to this land? Shall I send your son back to the land you came from?
Correct. Genesis 24:23-25. What did Abraham's servant ask Rebekah?
He said, Please tell me who your father is. Is there a room in a house for my men and me to spend the night? My father is Bethuel, son of Noah and Michael. She answered.
Right. Genesis 24:66-67. When the servant told Isaac all the things that had been done, what did Isaac do?
And the servant told Isaac all the things that he had done. Then Isaac brought her into the tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her. So Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
Genesis 25:27-28. How did Jacob and Esau differ in temperament? How do they differ?
When the boys grew up, Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, with Jacob was a quiet man dwelling in tents. Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Amen. We will close. There are more questions, but we'll continue tomorrow. There is another Bible keynotes discussion on another parish. If you wish to join, you can ask me for the link. So we will close. Thank you all for proclaiming, participating, answering, praying. God bless all of us. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Thank you, Ma. Thanks to all the children.